Namaste, I am Soumya and welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today's video is so exciting for me to do because since the time I did the last video, which was a few years ago, about baby powder but in the form of a perfume, I have been getting comments and emails asking me for any other perfume that is like baby powder or any kind of powder, a perfume that has that powdery talc kind of feel to it. And I've been looking everywhere, I've been testing so many scents, I've been reading up so many reviews, and here we have it. This one is from Marks and Spencer's. So the perfume is a Velvet Rose from Marks and Spencer's. It is 10 pounds per 100 ml. It comes in two different sizes as far as I'm aware, and I think I mentioned it's from the Discover range. Now this is touted as a dupe for Chanel No. 5. So I had a chance to sniff both of these perfumes side by side on my left wrist and right wrist within 5 minutes time of spraying it. This is a very close dupe of Chanel No. 5. The Marks and Spencer's website describes this scent as a soft floral with rose, violet and bergamot. Usually bergamot has this citrusy, effervescent sharpness to it. And here, if you compare it with Chanel No. 5, my first impressions happens to be Chanel No. 5 has a quality of almost a feminine soapiness to it. It's not straight up powdery. It is initially very effervescent and soapy, and then the settle down is more powdery. Here, with the Velvet Rose from Marks and Spencer's, what I actually liked is it's not that soapy, it's more softer, it's not that sharp. However, the dry down on both of these happens to be the same. So if you are asking me to confirm is it a good dupe of Chanel No. 5, I would say if you haven't been regularly using Chanel No. 5, as in you haven't experienced the soapiness, the sharpness, and then the softness, and then the powderiness, you just know Chanel No. 5 because you went to Sephora a couple of times and spritzed it on you, or because your mom used to wear it, but you haven't personally experienced the fragrance every single day, then this is a good dupe. But if you are someone who's always used Chanel No. 5, who loves all the different facets of that fragrance, including the soapiness and the sharpness and the effervescence and then the powderiness, you would miss that journey. Because as I mentioned, the Velvet Rose does not have that soapy, almost effervescent, slightly sharp kind of a journey. It is very soft, very floral and very powdery. Now, anyone and everyone who's ever used Pond's, I'm sure I'm putting pictures somewhere here, anyone who's used Pond's talcum powder and who loves the scent of Pond's, especially Indians, I feel would love the scent. I come from a family where my mom used to use Pond's almost every single day. And her clothes, my mom, even our pillows used to have the cushions, everything had that soft, powdery Pond's talcum powder scent. So the pink one, this to me is exactly that. This is the dry down of the scent is the Velvet Rose from Marks and Spencer's, not Chanel No. 5. The Velvet Rose from Marks and Spencer's, within 15 to 20 minutes of putting it on, to me it is Pond's powder. If any of you feel the same, please let me know in the comments about it. Since I am on a budget, I do not have a bottle with me, but I every single time get a chance to go to Marks and Spencer's, I rush and spritz this on me. I love it so much. This is sold out everywhere in the UK from what I know, especially online. okay? Because everyone knows this is a dupe for Chanel No. 5, and the ones who do not care about the soapy vibes and who only wants the powderiness and the softness, they love it. So people are buying this in bulk. While I was in Marks and Spencer's, I saw two beautifully dressed, very well put together women with some luxury bags buying this in bulk, and I was so tempted. It sold out in Namshi. It sold out, I think, in 6th Street here in the UAE as well. However, it's still there in the Marks and Spencer's stores. We're talking about this scent, particularly Velvet Rose. You know who comes to my mind? If you have watched the series Valeria, it's a Spanish series. It's a Spanish take on Sex in the City. So if you have watched the series, there is a character called Neria. She comes from a very upper class family. She's used to her luxuries, and because of certain things and coming out of the closet and those kind of things, she had to leave her family and become a middle class person. I see someone like Neria wearing it because she cannot afford her Chanel No. 5, but she still wants to smell good. I feel someone like Neria, who has left her family, who is building a life for herself, who is on a budget, but does not want to compromise on the way she looks and feels. If you have seen the series, you know she looks put together even when she doesn't have a place to stay in. So I feel this is a very Neria scent. A woman who's on a budget but loves to be put together, loves to smell good, and who's someone who's experienced Chanel No. 5 at least a couple of times in her life. Now, talking about Chanel No. 5 and the dupe of Chanel No. 5, it's very important to at least mention Marilyn Monroe at least once, because she's the person who popularized the scent. And a lot of you like when I add astrology elements into the perfume storytelling and perfume conversations. So Marilyn Monroe's Venus is in Aries. Aries is childish. Aries is more youthful, and someone like her enjoying a scent like this is a very Venus and Aries thing, because it's not too multi-layered. Like, she is someone who is who's mastered the whole appearance and elegance and an element of femininity and mysteriousness and all that, but she is not that very dark, very too mysterious or that kind of a woman. There is a playfulness, there is almost that sweetness and girliness to her, despite how well put together she is. And there is a playfulness to her, and there is a simplicity to that playfulness, if you know what I mean. Other Aries. I don't know if Victoria Beckham's Venus is an Aries, but I think she is an Aries, and she is someone who enjoys wearing the scent as well. So if you are someone who is on a tight budget but do enjoy the finer things in life, I definitely give the scent a go. However, just like all the other Marks and Spencer scents, even this one lacks in longevity. So this has not stayed on my skin for more than an hour, close to 2 hours on my clothes. It doesn't have any woody elements or like heavy intense patchouli elements to make it last that long. So that is something we should understand. The scent profile in itself is soft and floral and feminine, and daytime appropriate and interview appropriate and even first date appropriate. Like, it's a very wearable scent, a very like day-to-day kind of a scent, and a versatile scent in my opinion. However, it's not uber sexual, mysterious, dark, or seductive. If you are someone who enjoys wearing like Arabic perfumes and oudi perfumes, and that's your scent profile, then this is something you wouldn't like. However, if you like powder perfumes, powdery, baby powder, Pond's powder kind of perfumes, you have to go to the Marks and Spencer store and test this on yourself. That's it. I need to go. Bye bye.